The Good Food and Wine Show creates a platform for international, national and city exhibitors to showcase their products to the trade and to consumers. Now, Durban Tourism took some celebrity chefs on a live township cookout. The Good Food and Wine Show is on every foodie's calendar, where mouth-watering food fashion is exhibited. This August, it was Durban's turn to host the latest trends in the kitchen world. Durban Tourism saw an opportunity to invite celebrity chefs to do a live township cookout at a famous TATES Grill in Claremont.
We are about promoting the city as a tourism destination and as well as the preferred events destination. So township tourism is one of the attractions. That is why, as one of the benefits of us benefiting from this event, we have had these chefs that were obtained through the show that is going on in Good Food and Wine to come here in the township to do the food demonstration.
The city's recent mandate was to expand and reposition tourism from the usual beach attractions to township experiences. Shisanyamas, where meat is bride, are the pride of townships the country over. This one is no different, so if you want to fit in with the crowd, what better way to do it than to be at a Chisanyama?
We want to attract more tourists that they must come and experience the township experience through the uniqueness of Shisanyama. So TATE is like one of the, a representative or an ambassador, tourism ambassador, in representing many of the other establishments that are here within the Claremont area. There was a pilot observation that we must have a pilot of 3 townships, Umlazi, Inanda, and as well as Claremont, in view of the type of tourism attractions they can offer and the routes or tourism routes that they may have. Like Inanda has got the Inanda Heritage Route, which is a huge tourism attraction. Umlazi also has different tourism attractions, and as well as Claremont. So with the partnership we've had with the Good Food and Wine, from the past 3 years, in 2011, we went to Umlazi as the first, destination of the township. Last year, in 2012, we went to Inanda, and this year we have come to Claremont. So, in essence, we have covered all our townships.
TATES Grill was started in 2010 and has been growing ever since. Tate has seen tourist visitors grow in numbers, something which is unique from what he's used to.
When I had the opportunity to be offered in this place, which Ngirane, I thought of something else different that would benefit communities from Claremont as well as people from outside. With my experience, when they come down to Durban, they know there is this place called TATES Grill where they can chill and enjoy the township style.
He says that the only challenge that he faces now in his booming business is parking for his clients.
I think if Durban Tourism as well as a municipality can assist to make sure we get more parking space. We do have parking space, but they are not up to the standard to park those expensive cars.
Celebrity chef Benny says his job today was about helping ordinary women since it's Women's Month. He wants to give them ideas for spicing up their menus using simply everyday ingredients.
I decided to prepare potatoes, vegetables and a creamy sauce with the grilled chicken breast, and I dedicated it to the women and the working moms because it's Women's Month, and with ladies coming back from work late, there's very little time to prepare a nutritious meal and something that tastes good. So they always would go for takeaways, and which is not that good idea if you're going to be doing it all the time. So a dish that takes 15 minutes to make, that if you can fry an egg, you'll be able to make this dish. Obviously, with the vegetables that I used tomato, I used pepper, I used onion, I used potatoes, and I also used cucumber, which normally you would have in a salad. And I showed them exactly what to do in terms of cutting the vegetables in different shapes and using different color vegetables, for that visual effect when you have the finished product, but also introduce a lot of texture, the sweetness and the crunch that you get from the vegetables that we use, and also the creaminess. But then it's a dish that also gives you option. If you want to use fish, you can use fish. You can change the protein, to whatever suits you, but something that is quick to make. And like I said, the whole dish would take 15 minutes to make.
By the end of the day, Claremont was fed, treated to some music, a day well spent in the hands of our celebrity chefs. Zambia is KwaZulu-Natal's largest trading partner in Africa, and the official launch of the Durban-Lusaka air route is expected to grow this even further. Several businessmen from KZN were invited to the official launch of the Durban-Lusaka route, with an aim to strengthen the already existing trading relationship between the two countries. This comes shortly after the Durban-Zimbabwe route was also launched in June. KZN's aggressive strategy to market trade and tourism to the rest of the world is officially in motion.
We have been very clear. Because of a number of reasons, we have opted to employ an aggressive, well-focused strategy that says to us, we want to do business with the world, and therefore we're going to be starting by targeting some of the very critical markets for us.
Because of the geographical location of KZN, it can be used as a hub for trade in South Africa.
We therefore have employed a strategy of doing business with most capitals within the region, the most countries in the region, both for tourism, for trade, but also for investment.
Zamokwala, Chief Executive Officer of Trade and Investment KwaZulu-Natal, emphasizes the benefits of going the route of targeting the African regions, highlighting what KZN has to offer to the world.
The province of KwaZulu-Natal, if we were to compare to all other provinces, is one province where the manufacturing sector is still contributing the largest amount into the provincial GDP. So the advantage of the manufacturing sector is that it's got a long-term view. The fact that we are talking about the special economic zone, both at the airport in Durban as well as in Richards Bay, where there is an ITZ now, is because we want to be serious about the issue of beneficiation, taking all the products that we are exporting in their raw form at the moment, adding value, and make sure that by the time we export finished products.
Last year alone, exports from KZN to Zambia were valued at 2.7 billion rands and represented a pleasing 14.8% of KwaZulu-Natal's total exports into Africa.
We think that Zambia gives us an opportunity because of its geographical location. It is a land-linked country that is linked to a number of countries in the region. For that reason, we can use, therefore, Zambia and Lusaka in particular to become the hub for us to be able to become our launching pad into the other countries within the region. That to us, therefore, again, comes up with the fact that our relations, historic relationship between South Africa and Zambia, are so cordial, are so fruitful, and therefore it makes it easier for South Africans to do business with Zambians.
Zambia is set to benefit a lot from such initiatives, especially as the trade relationship is still one-sided.
If you look at our sixth national development plan, we are targeting tourism, manufacturing, construction, and agriculture as the main driver of the economy. Our ministry is encouraging such interaction so that people can share, business people and can share ideas and be able to complement and reinforce each other, because this is a win-win situation.
The platform was also set to pave the way for skills exchange while also facilitating knowledge sharing, with the hope of also venturing into business.
You know, Zambia has got the copper belt, and for mining purposes, we think we can provide quite a lot of industries that can become a catalyst and supply to their mining operations. Secondly, therefore, that we see tourism and the packaging of the tourism packages between Zambia and KwaZulu-Natal are playing a very crucial role.
From the conference, the Durban Chamber of Commerce and Industry signed a memorandum of understanding with the Lusaka Chamber of Commerce and Industry. It allows organized business both in Durban and Lusaka to jointly pursue trade and business between their members and stakeholders. One happy businessman is Mr. RAJEN REDDY from KZN Oils. He feels that this initiative is just what he's been looking for.
This is very, very important coming through in this particular manner. I've been trying to get into Africa on my own, and what I found, my bad experience in getting into Nigeria was that it's not well coordinated. But like this now, where you're coming in at a very high level, both governments are sensitized on what you want to achieve. And I think, the business to business, your colleagues are screened, which also makes it, very pleasant, and the credibility of both parties is on the table.
REDDY will sponsor 5 Zambian businessmen to fly down to KZN so they can interact with various businesses.
I think we've done a lot of talking. So I think let's put a little bit money where your mouth is.
James is one of the 5 candidates who will be coming to Durban. He's in the tourism sector and is looking forward to this opportunity.
At least I'll get network from the ground handlers, like the guys who do the airport transfers, offer accommodation, and generally the people who are in the hospitality industry.
We asked some business people how this initiative will benefit them.
We think that there's an opportunity for us to have relations with businesses from here who wants to manufacture in KwaZulu-Natal.
Actually, I'm very excited. I'm so emotional because I think we Africans should start looking at partnering in the businesses.
The exchange of skills can be actually work better for us.
The introduction of direct air routes to landlocked countries in the SADC region provide for the growth of new tourism markets, and Tourism KwaZulu-Natal is wasting no time intensifying its promotional activities in these areas. KZN is also fast expanding its development strategy with another industrial development zone in the pipeline. Located next to the port of Richards Bay, the REDDY strategically occupies prime land in the city of MCHUNU. It's been tailored for manufacturing and storage of goods to boost beneficiation, investment, economic growth, and most importantly, the development of skills and employment. It occupies 2,016 hectares and currently in its construction phase.
The significance of this IDZ is one of the catalytic projects of the province. Its mandate is coming from the IDZ program, and it is clear that it needs to create jobs, attract foreign investment into the area, and that foreign investment must make sure that it employs the local skills that is available.
Local exports include coal, aluminium, titanium and other heavy minerals, granite, ferrochrome, paper pulp, wood chips and phosphoric acid. But jobs are still scarce in Richards Bay. With Stage 1 of Phase 1 almost completed and Stage 2 estimated to be ready by February 2014, there are hopes for increasing job opportunities.
We've got various skills that is available within the region. So the main impact is to make sure that foreign investors are coming here and locate, and their projects are sustainable in the long run. And they need to be focusing on exporting of their goods and services. And their process should be focused on beneficiation of our raw material and use the linkages that we are enjoying with the port of Richards Bay, and also enjoy the benefits that are offered by the program. There are various incentives that are offered by the program, both nationally and locally. And the main one is the 12I incentives, income tax incentive, and recently the announced one in terms of 15% corporate income tax.
The IDZ is a state-owned initiative and will contribute immensely to the growth of the economy in South Africa. Tata Steel is currently the biggest investor on site, and there's a strategic plan to attract more foreign capital. The IDZ aims to encourage international competitiveness through tax and duty-free incentives as well as world-class infrastructure.
We have a pipeline of investments that is in excess of 10 billion. They are at various stages in terms of their EIA, in terms of partnering and getting funding with various institutions, and that pipeline will materialize soon once all those EIA approvals and the potential investors have signed their agreements. We as the IDZ, we operate on a model that encourages leasing for the future sustainability of the entity. So once we signed on the dotted line with a potential investor, we've identified the site that he's interested in or she, then the construction will start in terms of the top structure. The benefits that will be coming out of that, it will be indirect jobs during the construction phase, and followed by direct jobs, which will be permanent employment of local labor forces.
Richards Bay is one of the fastest growing industrial nodes in South Africa. It has one of the biggest coal terminals in the world. And on completion, the Richards Bay Industrial Development Zone promises to be a gateway to world markets.